Hey guys, what's up? It's your girl Champ. I am back with a juicy video for you guys. Oh, say hi to Fancy. Fancy, come here. Hey baby girl. Fancy says what's good, y'all. Shout out to all my champions out there. You know, I hope you guys are being strong right now, living your life to the fullest, going after your goals. Shout out to the gargoyles, you know, gargoyle gang, going after new goals. And shout out to all my champions. Like I said, I hope you guys are really just pushing yourself to the limit. Stop! I hope you guys are pushing yourself to the limit. You know, going farther and farther every day, eating healthy. As y'all can see, I'm eating healthy right now. I got this little meal from Whole Foods. Okay, first let me show y'all. Okay, healthy looking. Oh, I look good. Ooh. Looks so good. Anyways, it is spicy red pepper salmon with, I don't know this word, but it's C-O-U-S, couscous, with some couscous and spinach, which y'all know I love my greens. And of course, y'all know I'm drinking water. So, anyways, this is a juicy story time, you guys, because I'm telling you about my worst dating experience in LA. Okay, so y'all, hold on, I need to sit before I start this because this story is a little bit crazy. You gonna either need to come up here or stay down there. Pick one. No, don't just be over here. You can see her little ear. She over here begging. Don't be begging. So not cute, girl. You're not a beggar. Okay, let me try this couscous. I don't know if I even like it. Hold on. This might be my new thing. Well, y'all know I love salmon, so. Okay, couscous. Not that bad. So anyways, let's get this story time on the road. This begins back when I worked at Sweetie Pies. If y'all don't know what Sweetie Pies is, it's a show on the Oprah Winfrey Network. If you really want a good laugh, go type that in, type any up in Sweetie Pies. Y'all will see some funny stuff of me going off on some people because they were always trying me. Which brings you to the state of mind that I was in for this little dating excursion that I had. So I'm working at Sweetie Pies. I'm not really that happy. I'm a little stressed out and I needed a distraction. I needed a little distraction. So I decided to date this guy. He used to always walk up by Sweetie Pies, right? With his dog. I can't remember the dog's name, but he had this pit bull, right? And he used to always walk by Sweetie Pies. And I'm not gonna lie, I like tall men. Okay, so he was tall, he was kind of light skinned. Not really my, you know, my forte. I like him dark, I like him juicy, I like him like my man right now. Shout out to his fine ass. Anyways, yeah, shout out to Mr. Organic. Ooh. Anyway, so this man was walking, he kept walking by my job, and I needed a distraction. I was like stuck at Sweetie Pies all the time. I'm underpaid. I'm dealing with haters. And I couldn't go nowhere. I couldn't really do anything with my normal life. So like I could only meet guys there. You know what I'm saying? So whatever. He used to walk by. And he ended up, he wanted to hang out. And he said he did music. And now y'all know I sing. So I was like, all right, cool. We'll go hang out and do some music. It turns out, we end up hanging out for the first time in the studio. That's like our first little day, whatever. We're gonna work on some music. He shows me some beats, cool. Now mind you, I get to this boy's studio. His studio was so small. It was the size of this painting, okay? And he tells me he lives in Woodland Hills, which is like kind of like 20 minutes from NoHo, okay? So he lives in Woodland Hills, but this is his studio. And he'd be sleeping here sometimes because it's too far of a drive. Now I'm dumb. At the time, I don't know where Woodland Hills is, so I'm like, okay, yeah, makes sense. Yeah, you don't want to drive 45 minutes. Boy, Woodland Hills was not that far, okay? You could drive that way. So anyways, I really just needed some eye candy at the time, so I start hanging out with him. He takes me for our first date. Now, this is a whole dating experience. This is more than just one date, okay? It's like a whole thing. So, I end up, I'm like, I'm hungry. Y'all know I'm hungry. I stay hungry. That's my man. I stay hungry. So he was like, all right, well, I'll take you to get some food. Why this boy only took me to get some Panda Express? Nothing wrong with Panda Express, but that's like not a first date thing. Also, mind you, I was a little younger then. This was like good 4 years ago. So expectations were a little different. I was also type desperate at the time because, like I said, I couldn't go anywhere. I couldn't meet anybody. And I just needed a distraction from Sweetie Pies. I lived with Charles, Bruce, Chloe. They all lived in my townhouse in Van Nuys. So it was just like, it was too much. So whatever, this guy was a good distraction, right? And I thought he was good because he said he worked with Tim before. He had sold Tim some beats. If you guys don't know Tim, that's the owner of Sweetie Pies. So we hang out a couple times. You know, I excused, it was late. So everything was closing. So I excused the whole Panda Express thing, okay? So we get the Panda Express, we hang out, that's it. Nothing, I go home, nothing happened. Then later on, he starts hanging out with me. And he was so sweet, he helped me move into my new place. Matter of fact, this was like right before I moved into that place with Charles and Chloe and all them. He helped me move into the place, very sweet, you know what I mean? He's working all day, carrying the stuff, moving the stuff. You know I love a hard worker. So he moves me into this place, and you know, we still hanging out. It's been like a week or so. He decides to, one day he's like, yo, Champ. And first of all, there was like little weird signs. He was like, yo, do you mind getting me some supplies for my studio? And I'm like, what kind of supplies? It's like, you know, a Swiffer, a this, a that. And I'm looking like, boy, you can't go buy a Swiffer? Like, I don't mind doing for my man, but this wasn't my man. So why am I doing for you? So I never bought it, but he asked me to, and I'm like, I'm busy. I don't know, I never got it. And then I start realizing he lives in the studio. Okay? But I'm looking like, you know what, I'm gonna see past that. He's a nice guy. Treats me okay, you know what I'm saying? I gotta give him a chance. And I thought, you know, if I didn't have nothing better at the time, so, oh, here you go. Then one day he's like, yo, I'm gonna come drop the dog off for a second. He keeps barking at the studio. Mind you, like I said, the studio is so itty bitty. It's like literally just the room, and then there's a closet recording, okay? So he's like, let me bring the dog over. They're complaining, he's barking. Can I just leave him at your house for an hour while I go do some work? I'm like, yeah, sure, bring the dog. Hour goes by. 2 hours go by. 3 hours go by, 4 hours go by, and he ain't answering the phone. I'm like, boy, I know you got caught up. Like, I'm assuming his phone broke, because I've never had somebody try me like how he's about to try me. Why is it that every girl dances when she's eating food? Comment below if your girlfriend dances eating food, and comment below if you're a girl who dances when you eat food. I think it's because it's just so good. Anyways, so back to the story. Hours go by. I've never had someone try me like this. He just not answering his phone. It's the next day. He ain't answering. Now, mind you, this boy works at the gym I went to. He finally got a job at the gym. And so I go to the gym to go, you know, I go up there. I'm like, yo, you gonna ever come get your dog? Let me tell y'all something. I'm gonna pull up. If you don't answer me, I'm gonna pull up. Okay, so thank God I don't have to deal with this kind of stuff now, because my man answers my calls. He really don't play no games. I have a great boyfriend now, but this was before then. And so he wasn't answering, so I pulled up to the job. I'm like, yo, what's up? Are you gonna come get your dog? He's like, oh, I'm working, I'm sorry, I just been busy. I'm like, my nigga, what you mean you're busy? Like, you dropped your dog off the other day. Like, I have a cat. Y'all saw fancy, this is a pit bull. Like, I can't be, no. And like at the time, like, Tim is underpaying me. Like, I don't got money to be paying for your dog and all this stuff. Like, what do I look like? And why would you do that to someone who's new to LA? Like, what a weirdo. So anyways, then I finally one day, I'm just like, you know what? It's like another day passes. He hasn't even answered. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna just bring his dog to the job. So I walked his dog into the gym, gave him the leash while he's with a customer. You know me, I don't care. Pull up, show out. So I pulled up, getting the dog like, here. He said, I gotta go. He's like, I'm at work, I can't get it. I don't care. Don't try to play me. Don't try to give me a child. Basically, giving someone a dog is like giving him a child. Okay, and he definitely was not the kind of person I wanted a child with. So, take your dog, go on with your broke ass. Then I thought, okay, this is over. That's the end of it. I'm never gonna hear from this guy again. Wrong. I'm at the gym. He started walking up to me like, hey, how's my body doing? I'm looking like, well, we ain't never even done nothing. What you mean your body? Your body. Just crazy. Like claiming all type of stuff. Will pull up, you working out for me, you working out for daddy. I'm like, hold on, daddy is a name that must be earned, sir. And you are not even my sir. You're someone else's sir. Like, I don't know. So, anyways, after that, he just kept, at the gym, he just kept coming up to me, bothering me, asking stuff. I'm looking like, boy, I only work out here because I have to. It's near my job. Like, I'm not here for you. So I started ignoring him. Eventually, I don't know if he lost his job at the gym. I don't know what happened, to be honest. But I know I stopped seeing him. Thank the Lord. So then, like he like kept trying to hang out with me, right? Kept trying to hang out with me. Calling me, showing up. Ladies, if you meet a guy, do not let him know where you live, okay? For a long time, for like months, for like 5 months. Don't let him know where you live, because men will show up. I always have a man show up. I don't know what is it with you and you men just showing up. Like I showed up at old boy's job, but that's because he wouldn't take his dog back. I had no choice. Y'all just show up when I don't want to speak. No. That's not gonna work. I'm looking like so after that, I dealt with a couple months of like pop-ups. It was terrible. I think Bruce like went to him. If you guys remember Bruce from the show Sweetie Pies, he saved me. He went to the boy and was like, hey, leave her alone. You know what I'm saying? He stopped popping up. And then later, you know, I blocked his number at this point. Later, he popped up on Instagram, DMing me like, hey, you're doing great. You know, let's hang out again. I'm looking like, boy, it's over. Once you're through, you really can't go backwards with me. It is over. So that concludes my worst dating story ever from LA. Dude basically lied about where he lived, okay? He really lived in a studio. It was crazy though, because he had so many pictures with famous people too. So I'm like, okay, he doing something. No. People moving to LA, women moving to LA. Understand, just because these men got pictures with famous people, just because they got nice cars, this, that, and the other, that could be like a rental. Like he might have to return that on Monday morning. You never know. Okay, so his pictures were deceiving. Listen, if he always asks you to pick him up, he doesn't have a car, sis. He doesn't have a car. Okay, number 2. Number 3, if he always is at his studio and sleeping at the studio and it's too far to drive home, 9 times out of 10, there is no home to drive to. Sweetie, he lives in that box. Lives there. So, yeah, and don't babysit no boy's dog, okay? Unless it's at his house. When my man go out of town and I'm not with him, I'll watch his dog at his house, but I know he's coming right back. What I'm saying is, y'all, take your time in LA. Get to know people, because people are crazy. And this man still hits me to this day. If I block him, he make a new Instagram. Okay, I understand it's hard to get enough of the champ. Okay? But once you lose your turn, you lose your turn, buddy. And once I leave, I'm never coming back. Never. Alright, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed my story time. I'm about to finish eating this. I'm actually getting ready to go shoot something for Jahan, Killer Bay, the next episode of Killer Bay. If you guys have seen that series, comment below. If not, go check it out. And yeah, I will see you all next time. I gotta go to set. I gotta go over my lines. I gotta do stuff. So, see you all next time.